Hey Vegas, we're live in Las Vegas, Nevada. I am here, Lisa Chastain, your host this amazing afternoon in Las Vegas, Friday afternoon. Geeks are sexy always.
Yeah.
Money is sexy today. The topic will not be as much on money, but it's still the Money is Sexy show. And I've got my amazing host, Marianne Rombolo, with me today.
Hi guys, how are you?
We're going to have so much fun on this episode today. So we have 4 segments for those of you who are new. Hi Carrie, hi Marcel, thanks for joining us. Pop in, ask questions, share this out, tell your friends that we're live right now. We want this to be an interactive show. And today we're talking about real talk.
Real talk.
Real talk, y'all. Like today I have a story. I went on Facebook Live and I said, you know, today's all about authenticity. Marianne and I were talking about what do we want the show to be about today.
Mm-hmm.
And authenticity was just really present with me, like living your authentic life. So, hi.
Hi. How are you?
I'm good. I'm so excited to be here. It's NASCAR weekend.
It is. So the raceway is really busy.
Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, we're taping inside the Genewood Racing Experience. Come check it out sometime. It's really, really great. The studio's here, and it's packed with race aficionados, which is really fun. So let's get real for a minute. So here's my real talk story. I want you to think about yours as you're listening to mine.
Okay.
My real talk story is this morning I got dressed, left for the gym. I meet my trainer on Friday mornings, and I was wearing this. I have my workout shirt underneath. So packed everything up, and I was planning on changing into an outfit that looks like similar to yours for the show this afternoon. And I got to the office and I realized that I forgot to pack my bra. So
Yes.
I know, right? Yes moment. Super yes moment. I was like, all right, well, I don't have time to go home. What am I going to do? Am I not going to wear a bra on the show in a cream shirt? That's not going to work. So I'm being real. You know, this is me. Like, I'm in my workout clothes because this is me most of the time, actually. As a business owner, I get to call the shots. So what's a real moment that you had today that you might want to show with the audience?
Oh, a real moment that I had today?
A real moment.
Let me think about this one. It's always with the kids, it seems. It's just always with the kids.
And you have 2 beautiful daughters.
Yes. So it was with Sydney.
Yes.
And we're leaving for school.
Okay.
We're leaving. I picked her up from school at like 2:15.
Okay.
And all of a sudden, she just goes like into a meltdown in my car.
Oh, and how old is she?
She's 13.
13. Got it.
13.
Okay.
And she's just in this meltdown that she forgot to sign this piece of paper, and she has to pick her electives for next year, and it's going to affect her whole life and college. And I'm like, oh my goodness, honey, just slow down.
Slow down.
Like, okay, I'll sign the paper, and we could just go drive it right back.
Mm-hmm.
So really, it was like,
what happened?
what happened like in these 5 minutes, and really teaching, you know, my kids in taking a step back and looking at the moments that are happening.
Absolutely.
And because everything is okay. Nothing is ever like a catastrophe.
That's true.
And a lot of times my daughter Sydney sees these things, these little things, as like these big major catastrophes.
Yep.
So really bringing her back and letting her know that everything is fine.
Everything's
And we
okay.
go back to the school and look, boom, and build
Taken
trust
care of.
within mama.
What I love about you, Marianne, so we have 4 sections of the show today, and this first section is really about reckoning, and reckoning with being honest with yourself, I think, and you're really role modeling that for your girls, that at 13, who has perspective? Nobody has perspective at that age, I think, because we haven't lived long enough, and you're giving them perspective to say, okay, stop, it's going to be okay. But when it comes to living an authentic life, what I think is that there comes a day, and some of this is maybe translated to a midlife crisis, where people have like these big blow-ups and they're freaking out in life, because there comes a day where you have to reckon with yourself and say, am I really living my authentic life? Am I really being who I was born to be? And I know from your own personal journey that you've had those moments in your life to go, okay, time out. This isn't what I was supposed to do. So what do you think about, you know, anybody watching, maybe you're having that moment right now where you're in a moment of reckoning going, what the fuck am I doing with my life, right?
Yeah, no, like, and the constantly going to happen, these reckoning moments, right?
They are.
I mean, a reckoning moment is like when I moved here 14 years ago and made that decision,
Yeah.
right? Reckoning moment was 3 years ago when I decided to get divorced, right? Another,
Huge.
you know,
It's huge.
another reckoning moment is that like my life is full of like peace right now and a lot of joy. I learn to heal and forgive and manage my anger if I do get angry, because we're human, yeah?
You get angry?
I do.
What?
Occasionally.
No way.
But it goes straight to wisdom, right? And love.
Yeah.
It goes straight to wisdom and love right now.
I call them losing our shit moments,
Yes.
where we just kind of lose our shit and then we pull ourselves back together,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Yeah.
So, you know, and what I found out, especially going into this year,
Mm-hmm.
because my reckoning moment this year is creating magic, right?
Mm-hmm.
Creating the magic, the life that does not betray anything of my value system
That's so
or my
important.
truths.
That's so important.
So really being attracted to what lights my fire.
Yeah.
So, and it has to feel magical, because that is living in the light of your life.
I love that. So for those of you who are watching, we've got an audience going on right now. Hi, Erica. We love you. Thank you for typing in. Hi, Ashley. Thanks for joining us today. Let us know. I mean, everybody has these moments in life, and if you haven't yet, what I love what Oprah says is that you get these whispers in life, and that the whispers will start out small, but if you don't listen to them, they'll get louder and louder and louder. And I know for myself, I've had those moments in my life where I wasn't listening to myself. I wasn't in my vision. I wasn't looking for the magic. And boom, something major happened. Either it was a health scare with myself or something happened with a kid where it just rocked me.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
it literally sat me down for a minute on the ground.
So one thing, like all my coaches through life have told me is trust yourself. Trust that intuitive sense. And once we are in the trust of ourselves and our intuition, everything else follows.
How do you do that though? So I have a lot of millennial women. So you all know my mission, and if you don't know, if you're new to the show, thank you for watching, but my mission really is helping women get their shit together.
Yeah.
And so much of that is about learning how to live in a vision. But how do you do that? Like, we know that because we've gone through the journey. I'm facing 40. You're 40.
42. Going into 43.
So what would you
So-
say, how when in a moment of reckoning for someone watching this, how do they get in that vision? How do they find it?
Yeah, so it's discipline. What I'm finding out is discipline, because we're always transforming our lives, and it's a constant process.
Okay.
And actually, one of my greatest coaches told me that this morning. We're in a constant process of transforming our lives, being better people, raising our kids a certain way. So it's really just discipline. But what is discipline exactly?
Right.
Right?
Right.
It's patterns of behavior.
Okay.
So creating good habits for yourself, and they
start.
align with what your truth is. And what I found out in the past, I was so scared to live my truth, whether I was afraid to be alone,
Get a divorce.
or get a divorce, like
Yeah.
all these things. Now, like, I honestly just feel a lot of joy, and I have thoughts of being fearless.
I love that. So free.
Free, very free. So, like, if something's not like attracted to me, I don't force it.
Yeah.
It has to come to me,
Right.
and we'll eventually merge. And if they're not reading my vibration, it's a vibrational match. So you really have to envision, who do you want to be? Even if you pick out an actor on TV.
Like, boom, I want to
Like,
be
boom,
like them.
I want to be like this. You know, for me, it's somebody like an Oprah who's full of
Yeah.
integrity
Yeah.
and accountability and spirituality, right?
So finding mentors
Depth.
and role models. And really, if you don't know for yourself, this is what I'm hearing you say.
Yes.
If you don't know for yourself, start to align with people that you would like to be like. And over time, with a new tribe and new people, you'll learn the habits through discipline that it takes. And eventually you will have the answers to your questions about who I am. Because I think a lot of what happens is we have these reckoning moments because we're not listening to ourselves and we're not being authentic to ourselves, and we're in a state of chaos. And things don't feel grounded, and we're confused, and maybe we're even listening to outside influences. There's a lot of people out there that want to tell you what to do, right?
Oh my goodness. So that for me,
Uh-huh.
the whole image conversation and people's expectations of me or who I am or portraying, like for me, if you're not in relationship anymore with me, I don't care. I used to care a whole lot about what people think. I could
Can any of
give
you
a
relate?
care. So one thing is, do you and don't care about anything else, because everything that's supposed to align in your life will align in your
will.
life and be attracted to you.
Trust yourself.
Trust yourself.
Listen to
and
yourself.
even right now, I'm in a stretch in my life. You know, just like I said, I'm in a question. I'm in a new space in business,
Yeah.
in relationship, with my kids going into teenage years.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know, just taking a step back, slowing the mind down, because honestly, Lisa, mine goes really fast.
That's true.
You
It
know,
goes so fast.
though really disciplining myself and grounding.
So important.
You know, and for everybody, you know, it's different. It's relearning who we want to be rather
Yeah.
than what we may have been taught to be or following society.
Yeah.
Right?
Fuck 'em.
Conforming. Fuck 'em. Fuck 'em.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I
So
love it.
it's
Yeah.
all about also having fun.
It is.
Right?
You
You
have
have
to.
to have fun.
Yeah,
If you're
absolutely.
not having fun doing what you're doing,
Yeah.
like this, Lisa,
Yeah.
this is fun.
It is.
Who knows where this is going to lead,
Right,
right? We're going to be
right.
on Oprah soon because you're going to be on Oprah
gonna be-
magazine.
right, yeah.
So, I mean, set goals.
Yeah.
Dream
Totally.
big.
Totally. So when it comes to being real talk, we've got 3 more segments that we're going to continue to dig into this real conversation about living your authentic life. For those of you who don't know me, my book is really about living your authentic life. It says, girl, get your shit together, and it has powerful questions in the book speaking into this, because if you haven't had a reckoning yet, good for you. There are very few people that I know who actually set on a course young in age and continue that way. There are always rocks in the road. There are always transitions. There's always questions you're going to be in. So cutting and stopping here. Join us back in the next segment, segment 2, where we're going to talk about making necessary changes. So you have those reckoning moments where you go, I'm not living my authentic life. I'm not in my vision. I'm miserable. And you have to reckon with yourself, listen to yourself, get centered in a vision, and then you have to make the necessary changes. And that's what we're going to talk about next. So join us back here live on the WCOBM TV on Money is Sexy with your host, Lisa Chastain, and my amazing guest, Marianne Rambola. We'll see you here soon.